survivors. CBS's Chris Livesay is going to start us off tonight from the disaster zone in Turkey. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Nora. Rescuers are sleeplessly peeling back the 14 stories of apartment building that came crashing down behind me. So far, none of the 28 families who lived here have been found alive, but these bulldozers and cranes are not giving up. Sometimes bottle caps are more powerful than bulldozers. Like for little Muhammad, who spent 2 days buried alive. Yet for every Muhammad, there's also a Gulçin, a young woman once engaged to marry Yunus. He weeps. And he's not alone. Inside a gymnasium, the earthquake turned into a morgue, just as it turned this apartment building into a mausoleum. Some 90 people were sleeping inside when it collapsed. Rescuers call for silence. They listen for signs of life. Their hopes are dashed for now, says Gunea Kish. She hasn't slept since her sister went missing beneath the rubble, along with her husband and 2 children. If you could tell your sister and her family something right now, what would you tell them? I would hug them and tell them I love them, she says. I still have hope. International help is on the way, including American search and rescue teams who arrived here today. The U.S. ambassador to Turkey, Jeff Flake, tells us.
It's 161 in terms of personnel, 12 dogs, and a lot of equipment, about 170,000 pounds of equipment. So it's a big group. They're big guys and ready to help.
They're setting up camp in the remote corners of Turkey's earthquake zone, where survivors are desperate for aid, and even more desperate in Syria, already reeling from war and the refugee crisis. The only road the UN authorizes to carry supplies from Turkey to Syria is now mangled by the earthquake. The search and rescue effort continues behind me, and it could not be more urgent.